If you love what we do, then please consider supporting Kritfayle on Patreon. Your support helps us grow and to create more content more often. And now, on with the show.
As Cipher exits the elevator, she's going to press all the buttons.
Taryn picks her up from under the arms, and he just kind of holds her up and away from the buttons. Nope, you're gonna stay right there.
Cipher's looking very dejected. So, Terrence, you're going to be giving our taxi friend a call.
Well, just as soon as I have service. We're in an elevator. Good thing you didn't press all the buttons, huh? He says as he puts her down, otherwise we'd have to wait a real long time for a taxi. But I could probably send him a text, and he might get it somewhere in the interim.
Do you push every button in the elevator in your apartment?
We don't have elevators in our apartments.
Ah.
Yep. We've only got stairs.
Probably for the best.
But our locks, though, that's a different matter.
Yeah, sounds like your apartment needs better locks.
No, I think the next door neighbors need better locks. Oh, Cipher checks her phone. Starts sending a message back to whoever it was that sent her the message. Mom, leave me alone. Well, for not pressing the buttons, this elevator's sure taking a long time to get to the ground floor.
I need to give myself time in case you do something. I need to insert sound.
That's right. I remember from floor 0 to floor 1 was like 5 minutes.
Right.
It did seem to be a lot longer, yes. The elevator picks up speed on floor 3.
Ah! George says he'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Awesome. That'll give me some time to look for some pigeons.
Why
What are you, Mrs. Lovett now?
What
Huh?
are the pigeons for?
The lost pigeon.
Oh, that pigeon. I forgot.
What?
Cipher wants to find a pigeon.
Why?
That was on a poster. Because it's lost, apparently. How about that one over there? Is that the right one?
Cipher checks pulls out the paper from her backpack. Nope, wrong colouring.
Look, the same, pretty much.
It's darker colours. And look, it doesn't have the silver thing around on the swing.
A silver thing on its wing.
It's that silver line there.
Cipher? Terrence puts his arm on her shoulder. I promise you, if you find this pigeon, I am going to kill it and eat it in a pie.
Cipher's like looking at you. What?
Well, what would you do if you find this pigeon? What's your plan from there?
Pie.
Well, that's your plan. What's Cipher's plan?
You do realize that pigeons are rats of the sky.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would do it just to spite you, dear girl.
You would eat a rat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done it before. I was pretty poor for a while.
You ate a rat? You've eaten rats?
If you're hungry.
Maggots are a good source of protein, too.
Cipher's leaning over the gutter, dry retching at the moment.
Yeah, that should distract her until George gets here.
I wouldn't count on it.
Well, it might. Her vomit is going to attract all kinds of unsightly bugs and critters.
Oh.
And the
Are any
homeless.
of them lost?
Dinner is served.
Is that new? George, did you change your horn?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a mate, he found one. It was like from an old Ford from, 1930.
That's very cool. Oh, hang on. I gotta go get Girly over there. I may have grossed her out with tales of my terrible, terrible past. And he runs back to the gutter to go get Cipher.
Don't like the idea of eating rats.
Come on, Girly.
Cipher's like, George, what the hell? Why is your car screaming?
Because I got a new horn.
That's a horn?
Yeah.
It smells like you're strangling a chicken.
Builds character.
The character's a chicken, yeah, but that doesn't sound right at all. As Carrot as Cipher. She's looking at that. So the back door's open to the whatchamacallit? The thingamajig? The thing that
Car?
we get in. The taxi.
So it's not just my name you can't remember. You also can't remember these big metal objects that have wheels and travel around the city.
Is that why you just play among them? Do you forget that they're dangerous?
What? Since when do I play around cars? And no one's really answered my question, have they? Is the back door open?
Yes, the back door is open.
Cypher's sliding into the middle. She's neither going to be left nor right.
I guess I'll go sit on the left again.
And Terrence will take up the last seat, kind of shaking his head. Back to cornerstones, please, George.
You got it. And he stops driving.
So, do either of you have any inkling of, what do we do with this?
Don't know.
What are you talking about, Terrence?
All the information that we just got that seemingly leads to nothing.
Didn't we work out that we need to go and check out this place where they build these chips?
Okay, yeah, let me rephrase this question.
Ooh, what's that? Computer love. I want to go back there.
What?
Computer shop. Never mind.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
What street's this?
We're nearing the corner of Costello and Abbott.
Cipher wants to go back to the computer store we just passed. Do you mind doing a quick
Not
pit
today.
stop?
Not today. It's okay.
No?
I'll come back later.
We can stop.
No, it's okay.
Abbott and what?
As she pulls out her little wallet pursey thing, opens it up, and it's only like 2 credits in there.
Oof.
Yeah,
Fair.
oof, indeed.
Yeah, we haven't got paid in a while.
Which brings up my biggest concern with this investigation and how deep and dangerous it's getting. We're not technically on a job. We're not getting paid to do this. Yeah, by who? If we're doing it for free, whoever wants it done as a job is just gonna wait until we're done.
We should talk to Mr. Fennyman about it.
We should talk to Mr. Fennyman about it. I could always sell my laptop.
I thought it was your baby. Your only daughter.
It is me, baby.
I've been trying to decide if it would get more than usual for being unusual, or less because it looks a little unreliable.
It's nice and polished. I actually spent all night polishing the damn thing.
Yeah, I still don't know. Taps are usually pretty easy to sell, though.
Taps?
Laptops.
Terrence is leaning his head back and he's gonna take a nap while he waits for us all to arrive at Cornerstone.
Well, Cypher's goggling up Market Bay to see what kind of laptops are being sold and if any are made of wood.
There are
Checking
none.
out the prices.
There are none that are made of wood. There are some that are made of fake vinyl, and they look horrible.
Actually, should be called Oh No Bay. I thought something else.
See, that's my point. There's not... It could be worth more because there's nothing else like it, or maybe no one wants one because it's not like anyone even is looking for a wooden laptop.
Can the internals be got to, or was it when it turned to wood? Is everything like completely functioning and working together? But it's not like you can't upgrade it, you can't get into it.
Oh yeah, everything is still there. The back panel pops off just the same as it always did. It's made out of wood now.
It might have been a perfect fusion, but can't be got into.
Because the whole chair was made out of wood, right? Like it's a bar stool chair thingy.
Yeah. It didn't have any screws or metal in it or nothing. It was held together by pegs.
So so the wood basically replaced all the plastic. So where did the plastic go? Where did the plastic go?
Huh.
Terrence is kind of blearily looking over and he's like, I don't know. I'll have a look around my apartment tonight. But right now, I need a nap or a drink. Possibly both. And not necessarily in that order.
And he arrives outside of the corner.
Drink before nap, apparently. Alright. Thank you, George.
My pleasure.
Enjoy that horn. Scare as many people as you can with it. It'll be great.
That's the weirdest thing to hear a car screaming.
You ever seen that movie, The Mask?
No.
I'm not a fan of movies.
Oh well.
Unless it's anime. So Cypher's looking at Wren.
We'll get out of the car.
You're still sitting there.
Nope, I'm getting out of the car.
Yep. Cipher slides across the seat with a laptop in her left hand and a backpack in the right.
I can't remember whether or not I said it, but Terrence got out as soon as he said drink before nap. So
You've just gotten out twice now.
Got out, got back in, got back out.
He sort of glitched.
Reappeared in the taxi.
It's the Matrix. You've just glitched back into the taxi again.
Hate when that happens.
And Cypher's running into cornerstones to go see if she can grab her normal table that she usually sits at. And as she's yelling in, bartender, you know what I want?
Terrence is muttering under his breath, more than you can afford.
True.
But I assume you're asking for a drink. He just nods. The bar's quiet. They just got a guy playing jazz over in the corner on the stage.
Terry's going to order an Irish coffee because he wants to both wake up and be drunk.
And the fairies are making it for you. And they can hold stuff proportionately larger and heavier than you would think. Little wings going like hummingbirds.
Terrence is staring at fairies while they make his drink. He's just kind of staring. He's very tired, so he's just like, how are they even holding that stuff up? That's crazy.
Magic.
Probably.
And one flies over, holding the cup in its little hand.
Thank you very much.
It does a little ballerina bow and then zooms off.
What the fuck?
What?
Silly fairies.
They're never gonna serve you again because you're mean.
I'm not mean, I'm just stating the obvious. As she opens up the laptop and starts goggling away on this company that's, or the council actually, specific location.
Location of what?
City, Seattle Council.
The city, Seattle Council is downtown.
And they need to shorten their name.
Yeah. And what was the name of the tech company that made this chip? Something Industries or
Global?
Global Industries.
Global Technologies.
Oh, Global Technologies.
It was Alpha Industries was the other one.
Alpha Industries. And what was their involvement?
They're the ones that now own Global. And they supply all the temp workers for the council.
For the council. Okay, yeah. So they bought out Global Industries. Okay. It's all making sense. Sort of.
Is
now
it?
that, well, the whiskey's sort of helping a little bit, but so Alpha bought out Global,
Yes.
and Alpha works for the Council, and the
Mhm.
Council has a lot of weird stuff going on,
Okay.
and Alpha buys out other tech companies.
That's suspicious.
But why would they have a CEO?
Thought you said it was a budgie. A pigeon? Oh, it's your missing
Well-
pigeon. We've solved it.
I have a theory about the CEO.
Is it better than the budgie theory?
Well, my theory is that they don't have an official CEO, but whoever's running the show, pulling the strings, doesn't want to be questioned or found.
Cabal. C-A-B-A-L.
Oh.
Cabal. A
And what be
secret.
one of them?
What to the who now?
What be one of them?
What be what?
The cabal.
He smacks you again. What's a cabal?
Oh, it's a secret organization.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know, it's just a theory.
It's better than the budgie theory.
And he drops a small package onto the table. It's wrapped in just brown paper. And he pushes it across to Terry.
It's not even my birthday, Mr. Fennyman. I'm trying to be happy here, sir. I'm more concerned. The last time I got a package that even remotely resembled this, it was full of spiders. I have mean exes, okay?
I don't think it's full of spiders.
Bad
What
enough
is it?
to me.
But if there is, I'm sure Wren can deal with it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. And he's holding up both of his hands. He's put down his half a drink that he has left. You don't know what's in this?
I don't know what's in this.
Where's it from?
I don't know. It was delivered earlier.
It's not suspicious at all.
Cipher reaches into a bag, pulls out a towel that's obviously wrapped around something, unwraps the towel, pulls out a shotgun.
What?
What the hell are you doing?
A shotgun?
You said spider's gonna be popping out of that fucking thing?
That's not a good response.
Terry is just like dying in his chair. He's laughing so hard. He's like a shotgun. A spider.
Fucking kidding me? You gotta have spiders running around.
Is that how you deal with spiders?
Is there any other way?
I'll ignore them and hope they go away. I don't know.
Don't worry,
Wait, put that
girlie.
away.
Fucking spiders freak me out.
Yeah, and I'm not pulling out a shotgun.
Well, I've got a shotgun, so I'm pulling it out.
Put
Spider-
your piece away. I will protect you from any spiders.
I better get
Put
another
it
whiskey.
away.
Cypher wraps up the shotgun, unloads. Actually, she unloads the shells.
Good.
And she backs up after packing away the shotgun back in her backpack. She backs away slowly towards the bar, where she's going to order another whiskey and make it a double.
Alcohol and firearms. What a winning combination.
Oh, my head actually kind of hurts from laughing so hard at that. Terrence is gonna open the package.
It is a book.
Is it a blank book?
No, it is the Neuromancers.
Is it a book you wanted? Or know anything about?
Okay, my poor dead brain is ringing some bells, but not bringing up any files on this, so I'm trying to remember where I heard Neuromancer from before. You can have the
Now
log-
that it's clear that there's no spiders coming out of the package, Cypher's getting back to the table.
Yeah, you don't have to shoot the book.
Thank Christ for that. And she's goggling Neuromancer. Is it like the real Neuromancer book?
Huh.
Oh, so 1984, science fiction, American-Canadian writer, William Gibson, whoever that is. He won a Dick Award. Hang on. The Philip K. Dick Award.
Yeah, I can't find the word neuromancer anywhere in my notes.
Neuromancer. Isn't it neuromancer?
Okay, is it like new romancer or neuromancer?
Neuromancer.
I thought
N-E-U R-O-M-A-N-C-E-R. That's it. So, Wikipedia says it's made into a graphic novel and a video game, as well as an audiobook.
Any idea why somebody would send it to Terrence?
Set in the future, the novel follows Henry Case, a washed-up computer hacker who is hired to do one last job, which brings him up against a powerful artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay, that's why it's familiar. It's on my list of books I need to read, but I haven't actually read it yet.
84. So he influenced like Masamune Shirow.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely, dude.
Interesting.
There's a ton of Ghost in the Shell. Like you'll see, it'll be different, but you'll be able to trace the lineage.
So it probably comes all back to Neuromancer. Interesting. The chick out of
Fifth Element?
Resident Evil.
Fifth Element. We don't talk about Resident Evil.
Oh, dear.
What's wrong with
what?
Resident Evil?
What is it?
You worried about the Resident Evil?
No, you remember that that hacker robot guy, Mr. Book?
Mr.
Yes.
Book.
Scary guy.
Mm-hmm.
Was he scary?
He was scary.
He's sending me presents now.
Oh.
And Terrence is
romance
holding
in
up
the
the
air.
is he even human?
I don't know.
Is he even alive?
I
Is
don't
he a
know.
robot?
Why did he send
Do
you
robots
a
of
book?
that caliber exist?
I don't know.
It's a newspaper clipping about another person who went missing with the Dreamchipper stuff. And he puts it down on the table, and it's got an article about a mother who lost, like, her son went missing after trying to earn money to pay back a debt. He was doing temp work. The name is Mrs. Judith Morrison. It is 2 years old.
Huh.
Do you want to be checking it out?
It seems like the scary robot guy wants us to. Or wants Terry to, anyway.
He's like zoned out and he's staring at the book. He looks sorely tempted to try and read it right now. Huh? What? What about me?
Oh.
The book is for you, so Cipher wants to know if we should look into this.
Into the book?
Not
Oh,
lame.
you mean the news article?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. But first things first, Mr. Fennyman.
Yeah.
This job's getting really dangerous. Is there anybody on the other end of the line willing to help us pay our bills on this?
There could be. I think it should be clear. Somewhere in there's money. What did you learn, by the way? Be quiet, Cipher, for one bloody second.
But. She's putting her hand up. Okay, she's shut herself silent.
That was painful to watch.
She's like sitting there like a school child now with her hand up in the air, waiting. Like putting her hand up in class to ask a question.
What?
Oh, now? I can talk now?
Before I change my mind and regret it.
That wasn't the question too, by the way.
I'm starting to
No,
regret
I just... I had a thought. I was like, considering they don't have a CEO, I could probably hack the system in and make myself the CEO.
Are you gonna pay us?
To do what?
The CEO of what? My first question, of what I was about to ask you geezers, was what did you learn?
So we learned that there's this company that works for they actually have contracts for the council that are worth into the millions, and that this company's it buys up failing tech companies.
You're starting at the end of the story.
What to the who now?
That's the conclusion.
Oh,
Yeah.
was there a
How we-
start?
Yeah, Sally's death.
Oh. Maybe I should let someone else explain. Because Cypher's getting back. She's looking back at her laptop.
And my question was going to be, what did you learn? So now after you're talking, we're still back at the first point. What did you learn? So what did you learn?
All right. So, in looking into Sally's death a little bit, we came across. Actually, he lives in the same set of building complexes that I do. A super hacker named Teehee. He's a guy addicted to deep diving.
Yeah, I heard of him.
Through him, we found out about global tech, and that's where these dream chips are coming from, and they run learning scams called VLR. There's some issue with the previous CEO dying and the son wanting the company, and some like higher up getting the company instead. And then the company ran into some trouble. Alpha Industries bought it, and the son, Thomas Martell, ended up being the CEO anyway. They also bought out several other tech companies that were going out of business, despite the fact that Alpha Industries is a cleaning company.
Oh, it's a temp company.
Yeah. It's only 7 years old, and it somehow has these multi-millions of dollars to buy all these other companies out.
They supply temp workers, secretaries, nurses, cleaners, whatever you need. A lot of them are young people.
Oh, we also met Professor Hendricks. He doesn't talk a lot.
Not compared to Teehee.
Oh, Teehee.
Who has a crush now?
Couldn't get a word in edgewise when Teehee was talking. It was strange, because when he was talking, all he could do was just stare at him. That's the funniest thing. I sort of like, you wanted to interrupt him, but you couldn't. I was like, you wanted to ask a question, but you didn't want to. And it's just the way that he kept on talking. It was like really weird, because it's like, he doesn't
Kinda
usually
like right
talk
now.
in this world. And then, what?
Kinda like right now.
Like now what?
Like what you're doing?
I'm not. You said- I curse and despise ye.
Uh-huh.
My feelings are hurt.
I don't talk too much.
Not always.
Only sometimes.
Cypher's got a frowny face. So anyway, he just kept talking and talking. Like, he just never talked in reality before. I think he was too addicted to the deep dive. And God, just, wow. For some reason, I've just, what? They're sending like pop-up images of God throwing lightning on my phone. Man, I just Googled Wick.
I know the feeling.
When people are talking too much,
So you've stumbled into something. Sally stumbled into something.
So the chip that Sally had was meant to be fried. It was already loaded with phosphorus. So we assumed to set off at any time.
I don't think this is new news. And Terrence is picking up the news clipping that fell out of his book. He's like, I think this is an old trap. And he shows Mr. Fennyman the clipping.
And he takes it. Seattle Globe, it's a small newspaper. Probably one of the more legit. And I'd say you're right. I don't know if the company was originally designed to do this predator crap, but they're certainly taking advantage.
When did... I didn't write down when... Oh, shit. I don't remember when T said that the original CEO died.
Oh, I don't.
So has this trap been up since before the son took over? Or did it only happen after?
Maybe the son killed the father?
Could be.
Seems like
I don't
a
know.
logical
I'm just
explanation.
guessing. I mean, if I was to write a book,
It would be a very interesting book.
it's actually interesting. When you're looking at Mr. Book, he's very hard to read. No expressions at all.
Yes.
So Terrence, you think he's got a fancying for you? Or you think he's just passing messages through discrete channels?
I think he's just passing messages.
Terrence has got this ridiculous thinking face on. Like, he's got one eyebrow up and his lips are pursed outwards and he's got, like, his hand on his chin and he's like,
Don't hurt yourself.
I've known Mr. Book for a while.
But you don't know whether or not he's a robot.
I do not. What I do know, he's dangerous.
Yes, seems like it.
Cipher checks her phone.
Cypher's been getting a lot of calls today.
It's a new ringtone.
That wasn't a ringtone, dearie. That was a reminder to order another bottle of whiskey.
You have reminders.
Fennyman, what?
Have you not done your taxes yet?
Oh. Taxes? Are we supposed to be claiming all this?
I don't think so.
I've seen Mr. Book kill people. He doesn't have a problem with that. But he doesn't do anything without knowing what he's doing. And I think he knows a lot more about what's going on. And he's got something in this mess. But he's enjoying letting us do it. But right now it's also sort of what we're doing anyway, for Sally's sake. Your question earlier, was there anyone that was willing to be involved in this monetarily? Maybe. But you've already figured out some of this, right? You know there's money in this. Not just money as in payoff. I don't know if there's that. Because we've got to be careful. But this alpha business, there's certainly corruption right from the start. All this other stuff, you can ignore that. Alpha has definitely got all the contracts for the city, plus everything else that they do. That is definitely going to be a back-end deal in there. And that back-end deal was worth a lot. And obviously, someone involved, or someones, and it could still be only one, and he taps the news article, but there could be more, are using this temp agency to get access to employment records and set up jobs for young people that desperately need money. Possibly the same ones that might also be getting a handing from Global, who might be giving him a bit of a helping hand, a bit of a step up with a VLR learning thing. And hey, we can get you a job too. We've got a deal with Alpha. This is a nasty, stinky business, this, but who's behind it has secrets, and that chip with that bomb is proof that those secrets are worth killing for. But we're in it now.
Double pun. I picked up on that.
So I fully agree, if there's some money to be made, if we can get it, that would not be bad, as you do have genuine living expenses that have to be covered. And I'll see what I can do on that. These people are willing to kill for those secrets. So what are you planning to do now?
Well,
Oh,
why don't we pay this Mrs. Morrison a visit? It's been a couple of years since this article went up, so nobody should be lurking around her place, right?
Hope not.
my head sort of strayed off there for a little bit.
Did
So
you
it-
zone out for one of Mr. Fennyman's speeches again?
All I heard was nasty, stinky business, and I thought that was funny. And then we're in it. It's right there. Cypher's chuckling to herself.
Yeah, the parts you missed are, it sounds a whole lot like we'll die if we do it, but we'll die worse if we don't. So let's get it done quick.
Well, that doesn't make much sense at all. But
Oh, well, okay, let me rephrase that again. We'll die if we do it badly, which is something we're really good at.
so is it possible to set oneself up as to be in debt and go into servitude for this company and to find out what exactly is going on?
You volunteering?
Not exactly.
You would require the less setting up a fake debt part.
While that is true, I don't have any further response to that.
Sorry?
I would caution you to be careful. There's no doubt that on some level Global's involved. I don't know how much. Easy to speculate. Obviously, if you're saying that this chip was made there, I'm taking you at your face value and your trust in the information you got, which means they're in it. Right now, if you're lucky, if we're lucky, they don't know that you're in it, that you've been looking into this. Lone Star's never been our friends down here. They really don't care that much. But what they do care about is being what they are. They like to enforce the law. They don't like helping us. Why has then, in at least 2 instances, not only nothing been done, on her case, and he taps the thing, it sounds like nothing's been done. But with Sally, posted as missing, we know she's not missing.
Really?
Yes, we know that.
Terrence gives her a side look like, the hell?
Do you remember the whole thing? You know, we went to the apartment, like,
Yeah, but she's not missing. We found her.
yeah,
That's
yes.
the point.
So who's listed her as missing?
She's officially listed as missing.
But she was found.
Yes, she was. And I would bet so was that lad there.
Cypher's looking around the room.
Their murders are being covered up is what we're alluding to.
Oh, the boy in the newspaper.
And Sally. It was never in the news that she was found.
And maybe anybody else that hasn't been covered in the news,
Yeah.
perhaps?
Very possible.
Mr. Lambert, he sent Ferret around to have a discreet look later on. Place
A
is
ferret?
You know Ferret, you fool!
Cypher's shaking her head. And her shoulders are drooped and she's sort of leaning away from Fennyman.
That place where we found her, it's all closed up. No police tape, no officer was there. He broke in, said the place was clean. Looked like it was ready for a walk-in inspection if you were going to rent the place. That's not how they do things.
Who is that group who is chasing us again? Lone Star?
Yep.
Lone Star isn't chasing us.
No,
Well,
not right now.
Fully not.
Who do they work for?
The city.
Bow, bow, bow.
Ooh.
Okay. So, I'm getting the distinct impression that we're dealing with some big wig bad guys here.
That's why I'm saying tread carefully. This lady here, not a bad choice. Looking into the other one, also not a bad choice. Putting yourself directly on their radar might be worth it, but you gotta be smart. Don't just be going, I'll just swagger on in, I'll ask about their program. Where'd you hear it from? I'm telling you, if I was a suspicious individual, if I was up to no good, I mean we are, but I mean in this case, that pause you all had, that was too big a pause. So my first question, where'd you hear about it? And your big pause there, Cipher. If I was into my neck into this stuff like someone is there, I'm telling you, girl, because I'd be smelling a rat.
Terrence is coughing and hiding a smirk with his drink. Sorry, inhaled some of that.
Cypher's looking over at Terrence. Try not to choke yourself to death over there, Terry.
Oh no, I'm fine. It's just yeah, let's work on getting more information before we do anything so drastic as put ourselves in a line of fire.
So we should go and see the old lady.
I don't know if she's old. She could be a young mom.
But this was 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And if
How old was the kid 2 years ago?
she was, if the young fellow is the similar age as Sally.
Oh right, I
let's
forgot
say-
you're a teenager. Everyone's old to you. Come on, let's go.
Let's say he was maybe 19. That means he should be 21 by now. And if she was, say, 20 when she had it, then she'd be 40, over 40 years old. She's old.
Terrence has already left. He's outside calling George.
You done your drink, Cipher?
Cipher downs her drinks. Plural.
Plural.
And,
I'm glad
Yeah.
you unloaded that shotgun.
oh yeah, it's completely unloaded now. It's just rolls of. There's 5 rounds rolling down around the bottom of her backpack.
Good. Let's go.
She stands next to Cipher. Mr. Fennyman points to something on the wall, waits for Cipher to look, and then smacks her in the back of the head. That's for later. I don't know what yet, but it's coming.
Oh, so, what the fuck? I'm taking credit now. Jeez.
Okay, now let's go.
All right. As long as
Smacks her again, but then this time he goes, "Don't get killed.
fine, I'll try not to.
Watch your back."
I'll run the other way as soon as I see any trouble.
Don't sound so disappointed about not being supposed to get killed.
Did I sound disappointed?
Yeah.
You did. Don't get killed.
Fine.
Fine.
It's just extreme, just kind of abject dismay.
Cipher really wanted to get killed, apparently.
No. It's, anyway. No, Cypher's now outside, standing next to Terrence, trying to fit her laptop in the bag without crushing shotgun shells at the bottom.
Wren is watching her do this. Some concern.
And George is in the parking lot talking to another taxi guy.
Oh, I wonder if his name is George.
What?
Why would it be?
Because he's a taxi guy?
Not all taxi drivers have the same name.
Do all hackers have the same name, Cipher?
Hey, we're hackers. Don't bring us down to taxi driver level.
We would be in deep shit if it wasn't for George, you know?
Yep.
On what occasion?
The occasion where we were running out of the building that we, broke into, scrambled around like lost rats for a bit, left
Hey, everything.
flash
I had
drive in
everything
there.
under control.
the lights went out and we were trapped inside for a bit. And the only reason we got away fast
we
enough not
weren't-
to get caught is because of George.
Stop. We weren't trapped inside. We were just taking our time getting out of the place. I had a momentary
Lapse in
issue which prevented our escape, but we definitely were
about
not
right.
trapped. We were far from trapped. We were never trapped. At never any time at one particular time in that whole situation were we trapped.
Terrence looks like he wants to shake you.
Getting conflicting reports here.
Cypher's looking at Wren. What?
Saying I wasn't there, but if I had to side with someone, it's not you, Cipher.
The fence was more of an issue than us getting out.
Only because you got your hood stuck on it.
No, that sounds about right.
I don't
She
get why
looks
people
like
need to
a
put a
little
fence around things. That's just ridiculous.
Just a little elven teenager pinata.
Lucky for you, that kid with the baseball bat wasn't there.
He doesn't know why. He's just having his coffee, but he smiles.
I may have accidentally said something that inspired Aaron for later in the game. I apologize.
It happens. It all goes on the chalk wall.
I really don't want to. Well, he's right there. He's talking to another taxi. Does the other taxi driver look like they're in distress?
No, they're just chatting. They're just leaning against arms folded, just chatting.
I don't really want to interrupt him if he's having a good old chat.
He has a good old chat with everyone that he goes by. People that don't know him, people that do know him, the dog, the cat.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the people who don't know him look like they're, like, trapped and they're trying to escape.
Now, Cipher understands your concern.
She doesn't want to interrupt a conversation where the person he's talking to, sorry, oh my god, confused his gender. Shit.
Cypher's taken off. She's bolted. She's run over towards George.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
well,
okay.
okay. Solves that
across
problem.
across the street, darting in and out of busy cars, running past.
Is he
He's
across
not
the
across
street? I don't think he's across the street. Where's Cypher going?
So we just watched you cross the street for no apparent reason, and we're like,
Cypher just takes off.
Oh, that's right. He was in the car park, wasn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Cipher gets to the other side of the street, turns around. God damn it!
What is she doing?
I think she got lost.
In the parking lot?
Ugh.
Oh.
How many
She's-
drinks did she have in the span of like 10 minutes?
Three.
Fair.
Realistically.
Fair.
Oh, she only had 3. So
Only. In 10 minutes.
They were all
Oh.
whiskey.
well, admittedly, the first was a double.
Ah.
There you go.
Cypher yells from across the street.
George.
Terrence has his head in his hands. He's like, oh my god.
He turns around, he notices like Wren and Terry standing next to the club in basically the car park, and you on the other side of the street. He's given up wondering why these things happen.
Cipher, come back.
Cipher crosses the street. She doesn't bother waiting for any cars. Obviously, she waits for them to pass her before she passes, but yeah. She crosses the street.
She's not doing crazy acrobatics to come back.
No. Because Cipher doesn't want to fail a roll and get run over.
And suddenly,
He's starting to learn. At some point, the GM might say, I would like to roll for that.
suddenly we are not.
And how busy do you want the road to be? Oh, very busy.
Ah,
And how much darting are you? Lots of darting. Let's just go with one purple and a red.
lots of skipping.
So how do you want the despair to play out?
All of a sudden, we're not getting in the taxi. We're getting in an ambulance.
But seriously, do I need to make more coffee for this?
Cypher's thinking about this. It's like you can see the almost the cogs turning. I can't really relate because I've never actually driven a car with me hands.
What have you driven a car with?
She probably plugged her head in like thumb drive.
MP3 player,
MP3 player. Media player.
media player. Yep.
It has a name. We had one, but I forget.
iPod, as in EYE pod. Oh no, you could call it an earpod.
An ear pod?
Or you could call it a U-pod. I am amazed.
Anyway, what's
by my
George
dumb
doing?
joke.
Just watching you have this
He's
conversation.
staring.
It went from horses to media devices.
And Terrence lamenting his lack of coffee.
Yep. Which is very much a thing.
That's fair.
So that's the end of part 10.
I think at that point we'd be getting in a hearse.
And Cipher would be going, a horse?
It's like I can hear her now.
That's right. When the thing with Mr. Book is when there's danger, you need him because he's got a spine.
For an intelligent character. Fuck hell.
He starts talking off on a tangent, realizes what Aaron has said, and is like, oh, fuck you. And it was good. Delayed reaction. Perfect.
Hey, blooper reel.
Oh, like a bow.
Like what?
A bow.
You cut out both times.
Yeah, it sounded a bit like a kebab.
A kebab. Kebab. And now
You're still cutting out.
You're cutting out so bad.
Fetterman walks
Really?
up, smacks Cipher on the back of the head to try to restart her brain.
She's glitching.
She's glitching out. Hang on.
Shadowrun, a slice of life adventure in a dystopian future, starring Becca as Terry the Mage, Raveninsane as Cipher the Hacker, and Ghost as the GM. The excellent Shadowrun is produced by Catalyst Game Labs. The Genesys rule set comes from Fantasy Flight Games, and many of the sounds and music comes from Sirenscape, which is an amazing tool for bringing more life to your game table. This has been a Kritfayle production.